3 years ago, I found myself in the clutches of the American rat race. I owned a business I was no longer passionate about. It was physically demanding and emotionally draining. It was devouring the other parts of my life that I was supposedly working for. Instead, I was physically exhausted and too tired to participate in basic family activities. I had constant joint pain, muscle aches, and was chronically fatigued. My body was constantly screaming for rest, as well as physically manifesting the anxiety I was experiencing. Mentally, I was always thinking about work and couldn't even experience the simplest pleasures life has to offer. My temper was short. I couldn't empathize with my family's problems. I felt distant from anyone and everyone. Depression was creeping in. I wasn't the mother that God created me to be, or that my family needed. This wasn't ever how I imagined my life to be. Something had to change. I craved something deeper, a slower lifestyle that would give me more meaningful connections with my children and relationships that would last a lifetime. Time to invest in who they are and what they'd become. I wanted to create a balanced home life and needed to be able to choose my priorities for my family's sake. It was no longer important to me how much money I made or what house I lived in. So I closed my business and started living more intentionally. All of my desires didn't happen overnight, but by changing my priorities and lifestyle, I could concentrate on what was truly important in life. All the time I spent on my business could now be poured into my children, family, and home. It may seem obvious, but choosing to focus on people rather than things has been the most fulfilling and freeing decision I have ever made. I've always been the kind of person who gets a lot of satisfaction from completing tasks, not so much one to enjoy the process. Since slowing down, I have been able, for the first time in my life, to enjoy the process of things, even when they are slow. The process is what allows us to grow, and I don't want to miss any lessons along the way. This has also helped me develop patience, which has always been a struggle. Always in a hurry and a rush. I want to live life a little more leisurely and truly capture the moments I would have otherwise missed. It's amazing how much you can learn about someone by watching and listening to them. Although I still believe it's extremely important to have goals and be productive, I'm trying not to put those things first in my life. I really want to invest in my relationships with my children and teach them how to live a less stressed and more fulfilled life, and demonstrate that to them through my actions. To not fall prey to the culture of busyness and consumerism, to have a love of learning, as well as seek out truth. I want us to experience life instead of chasing the next high from a purchase or a dopamine hit from social media. To be content with the natural highs of life and enjoy the things that are right here in front of us. With any major change, there must be a cost. I knew this lifestyle wouldn't allow us to do some of the things we used to do, but this has challenged me to think outside of the box and find new solutions to substitute these changes to make this transition easier for my family. I think we're all adapting well. Simplifying my life, reducing stress, living in the moment, being intentional, spending time taking care of my people are worth every sacrifice I have made this far, and no possession or amount of money could replace that. My life may look boring to some, but for me, I'm finally living for the first time in my life.